Everybody, shut up! And action!
So, The Thunderbolts. This is the MCU's latest film trying to hook people back into the MCU, and it was actually pretty enjoyable. It was pretty good. I like this. I mean, I want to say the MCU is back. I mean, I typically say that after I enjoy any MCU movie to the slightest degree, and I guess that's kind of being overused now. But this time I actually want to say that this movie was actually really, really good. I mean, besides like Shang-Chi, Spider-Man No Way Home, Spider-Man Far From Home, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, there haven't really been, Deadpool and Wolverine, there haven't really been that many post-MCU movies that I've considered to be really good, none that I've really enjoyed per se. I mean, like, I've enjoyed them, but, like, it never felt like they were, like, amazingly good, like, the pre-Endgame movies where I was just hooked into this entire universe. Everything felt like it was his own story, not really interconnected, and even then, each individual story was kind of a bore. But, like, this movie actually felt really good. Like, this is a movie of exploring mental illness and depression. Kind of funny how it comes in line with like the USC mental health ice bucket challenge, but that's just kind of coincidence. But it's a kind of cool movie that kind of explores this entire sort of depth of, oh my god, you have this typical villain turning evil from the aspect of he feels loneliness and is absorbed into the depression forming from his trauma in his past, the loneliness he's felt in his past, the mental health conditions that he's been facing, and he turns evil and yada yada. He goes down this typical classical superhero storyline people watch and you enjoy, but you're also kind of getting tired of. But it tells us in this entirely new, unique way that I feel like it kind of hooks you to the story and kind of has you engaged, because it might not necessarily feel relatable to every single person, but it's a movie quite literally about trauma, depression, and overcoming all these hurdles, because all the lead characters are all antiheroes. Like, you got Bucky Barnes, you got Yelena, and like all these other characters who are facing something from their life. Like Yelena, she grew up as a child assassin. She's faced death from a very young age, killing people, helping people die, and like her entire life revolves around killing people, assassinating people, murdering people, and that's her entire future. She is clearly undergoing some sort of mental pain. Like, she's a strong character, she's a strong woman, being able to overcome all that and still do everything, but she feels like you can clearly tell she's hurting on the inside. This is a big hurdle for her that she hasn't exactly overcome. She's just gotten used to it. And same thing with all these other characters. They've gone through some sort of trauma in their past. Like, Bucky Barnes is probably the most notable one that we are all hooked to. We all love Bucky Barnes, and we know he's gone through so much through his entire journey in the pre-MCU storylines, from being manipulated by Hydra to basically being manipulated by Hydra and having to kill Tony Stark's parents against his own will. But, you know, like, he's been manipulated, been a pawn for Hydra, done so much wrong, and he's not that kind of person, especially after you've seen how he was before he entered that state of becoming a superhuman. But yeah. And this is an entire movie about depression and how you people need to overcome it, how to tackle it, what it can do to a person. And it's not something you can always necessarily relate to. Like, it's expressed in one specific way here, and it's just like telling you how to deal with it and trying to help you overcome it, and just really showcases the power and anguish that mental health illnesses and depression can cause to a person and to the people around them. Yeah, I mean, that's really all this movie really is, and it does feel like there's no real story around. I mean, like, there is a clear story around it, but it doesn't feel like a narrative that grips you into the film or hooks you, yet for some reason you are fully engaged with the film. I feel like it is more character driven. Like, you are really hooked to these characters who've gone through all these traumas, and now they're coming together to work together. They got rough patches at the beginning. They all have their own traumas, but like, they all come together realizing that yes, we need to be around each other. We need to support each other through our own individual traumas and support each other through each other's traumas. And it's a really comforting movie to watch, that is for sure, with visual effects that are absolutely stunning and gorgeous, acting performances that are pretty great, and then you got a villain on par with Thanos, maybe not from a character sort of standpoint, like, oh my god, I'm trying to do this great noble deed. It's more like, oh yeah, we're just dealing with mental health and depression, but like, it's got this terrifying aura around it that is, I will say, far more terrifying than the snap in Infinity War and Endgame. this movie really had me hooked. The VFX in this movie were absolutely gorgeous, eye-striking, absolutely stunning in general. Everything about this movie really, it mysteriously has you hooked. Like, I'm like, okay, this story doesn't exactly grip me, like, from a narrative standpoint. Like, yeah, you just, I'm like, when I'm observing and analyzing these characters while watching the movie, I'm seeing, oh yes, this character is going through these mental health crises. This is the depression he's facing. This is how he's dealing with it. And then you see, this is how you're gonna help him. This is how you're gonna do this. This is how you're gonna do that. And it's like, okay, but this is how the narrative is progressing. It seems kind of plain. It seems kind of stale. But like, thanks to these characters, I'm kind of hooked into this movie even further. I want to see where these characters go, how they deal with this. Oh, what's gonna happen to this character? What's gonna happen to this character? Oh my God! Like, it really is just a character-driven movie that hooks you, and these characters are like, for the first time in like introducing new characters, it feels like, obviously these are past characters, but it feels like for the first time since post MCU that we're watching a film with characters we're actually hooked to. Like, we haven't gone besides Bucky Barnes, like, we haven't really explored these characters to depths where we can say we're genuinely attached to them. And this is the first movie in a long while that I feel like, for a superhero from MCU standpoint, that I'm actually getting hooked to. I'm starting to get attached to these characters. I'm falling in love with all of them. I really enjoyed watching the screen presence, the chemistry they have with one another. Yes, a lot of scenes felt very fake, and like, you can see like, oh, this is how they're being thrown around. But like, at the same time, you're really hooked into this film. Is it immersive? Not really. Is it rewatchable? It doesn't feel very rewatchable. I don't really feel like I want to rewatch it, but there are definitely scenes in this movie that I want to rewatch. I mean, it really does feel like Suicide Squad versus Superman. That is like the essence of this movie and what it feels like, but Marvel, and like really entertaining and hooking. And it is strongly character based. Like, the narrative doesn't exactly grip you, but the characters really hook you. I'm going to repeat that point a lot because the narrative is interesting and it's there, but like, it doesn't hook you in. It's the story about mental health and depression that it's clear it's about mental illness and depression, but you don't really comprehend it fully until you like end the movie and you spend time thinking about it, reflecting on it. But during the movie, it's just like, okay, I get this is a part of mental health and this depression, but like, I'm not really understanding it fully. But like, yeah, throughout this movie, you do enjoy it and it is entertaining and it is fun to watch. But yeah, I give this movie a solid 80%. I really enjoyed watching it. The visual effects actually stunned me. I loved it, especially Bob's character. I really love Bob. Bob, I love you. This movie was fun. I really suggest, if you want to get back into the MCU, definitely watch this. I'm probably now going to catch up on all the other MCU movies. I know I've been saying that for a while, and I've slowly been catching up, but I actually really want to catch up because I have a lot of high hopes for Marvel in the future, especially with Avengers Doomsday. So, yeah, let's see how this goes. There are 2 post-credit scenes, by the way, so do keep an eye out for those. Peace.